Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. Today we are going to do Slammiversary on July 18th. With me today is Chris Petrie.
Too sweet.
Mike Henry.
If you're ready for an episode of the Heaven's Monsters podcast, give me a half yeah.
Hey yeah.
If you're ready for an episode of the Heaven's Monsters podcast, give me a half yeah.
Hey yeah.
Let's get down.
And last but not least, Andre Mitchell.
Yo.
Here we go. So, to start off Slammiversary, as I said in the last video, the Good Brothers were contracted to Impact Wrestling. That's gonna be good. So, the Rascals, after hearing that, would put an open challenge to any tag team because we heard a lot of TNA originals were coming to Slammiversary. So the Rascals made a tag team between Vince and Trey to see who would show up and accept the challenge. And boy, you want to talk about grade A tag team players. The Motor City Machine Guns make their triumphant return to Slammiversary. Woo! And they take on the Rascals and they defeat them, showing that they have no ring rust whatsoever. So, Chris, get your thoughts on that.
The Motor City Machine Gun, the former TNA Tag Team Champions, that make their return and defeated the Rascals easily.
And good sportsmanship, too.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Andre?
Pretty good.
You happy to see the Motor City Machine Guns back?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm glad.
You, Mikey?
Welcome back, Machine. Say the name again. Machine.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Gun.
Yep. What are their names, Chris?
Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley.
There you go.
They're back. My thoughts is they're back. Looking forward to represent the Impact Tag Team division.
Yes, but the question is, are they back for one night or are they contracted once again with Impact? We'll have to wait and see. Next up is the TNA World Heavyweight Championship match. Yep. It's Moose versus Tommy Dreamer. Old school rules means it's like ECW. Weapons and all that allowed. No countouts, or should I say, I don't know. In the end, thumbtacks would be applied, and poor Tommy Dreamer's face, he's the one who brought him in, but Moose slammed his face into the thumbtacks and hit him with a powerbomb near the thumbtacks that would actually get the win for him, retaining his title once again. Ain't that some shit? Your thoughts, Chris?
Too bad for Tommy Dreamer. He tried his best to get defeat Douche for that false title.
You, Andre?
Pretty good.
You, Mikey?
I don't know what to say, but Tommy Dreamer tried his damnedest, but ends up getting his ass whooped by Moose.
You mean Douche?
Goose. Wait a minute.
He's a deuce.
Is it Deuce or Moose?
It's Moose, but he's an insult. He calls him Deuce.
Moose, Deuce, I don't care. But Tommy Dreamer had no business getting his ass whooped.
Yep. Poor Tommy. He puts over a lot of wrestlers. You know that?
Hey, see, Tommy Dreamer, he's a legend.
Yeah, but he puts over people over him. You notice that?
Yeah, he's a legend, remember?
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have the... What up? Yeah. What's up? I'm busy. What are you doing? I'm being invaded. The podcast is being invaded by my little second cousin. Get over here. Look what you did. You made my bird go crazy. Get over there. I got a little toddler here. Go over here. What are you doing? He's staring at my stuff. Ethan, what are you doing? He's invading my podcast. I don't mind, but my bird does. Come on. Come on. I love you, little buddy. Come on. Go out. Careful. All right. He was curious. Calm down, Ruby. My bird does not like that little Ethan, apparently. He was looking at him like, who's that? There he goes. Hello there. Yeah, talk to me. Don't squawk to me. Okay, back on subject. It's the Knockouts Gauntlet match, Battle Royale. Each woman comes in simultaneously. It's like their own version of the Royal Rumble, basically. But one rule is stipulated. When there's 2 knockouts left in the ring, it's a one-on-one pinfall or submission match. In which case, weirdest thing to take into this, both Taya Valkyrie as well as Rosemary told separately to Johnny Bravo that they gotta be the ones that win. So he's confused. And weirdest thing, after Rosemary comes out, another Rosemary comes out, and it's Johnny Bravo in a wig. What? Thankfully, he gets eliminated after eliminating Havoc. Thank goodness for that. Yeah. Ultimately, the last 2 in the ring would be Taya Valkyrie and Kylie Ray. Surprise, surprise. Kylie Ray was also the one to eliminate Madison Rayne, who said she was going to take it all. Don't think so. And Kylie Ray was the one to win it all and is now #1 contender for whoever wins the Knockouts champion between Jordynne Grace and Deonna Pirazzo. Yeah. So, what do you got to take from that, guys? You start off, Chris.
Congratulations to Katie Way, throughout Madison Wayne, the broadcaster and wrestler, and the other wrestlers. Now you have to sit back and whoever wins the knockout championship, Jordynne Grace or Pirazzo.
Your thoughts, Mikey?
First off, who the hell invited John E. Bravo wearing that damn wig?
I think he was making fun of Santino.
Oh, God.
It is Santina's sister.
Santina. What the hell? Are you kidding me? What the hell is Johnny Bravo trying to pull, huh?
Can't beat him. Join him.
And he ends up getting his ass pulled.
Your thoughts, Andre?
Pretty good, man.
Any final comments on that, Mikey?
Like I said, John E. Bravo got his ass pulled. And for Portland, the grand title was contender for not but the question is, who's their face? Is it Jordynne Grace or is it the virtuosa Deonna Pirazzo?
Deonna. We'll have to find out. I gotta get remembering her name. Deonna Pirazzo.
Deonna, what have you called?
I remember that. So, next thing on the list is the fact that while the commentators were talking about the DVD that you can purchase of Slammiversary, and it's like, you're doing the recording right now. What the hell? From behind, jumping the guardrails, is a familiar face that was just on Monday Night Raw recently. Heath Slater. But he's no longer Heath Slater because he's no longer with WWE.
I got this.
His actual name is Heath Miller.
Whoa, Heath
M-I-L-L-E-R. It says it right here.
Miller. You mean Heath
Oh,
Miller.
Miller. Thank you. I was pronouncing that wrong. That's why I spelled it so you would hear it. Miller.
What? So I'm like, where the hell did you get Heath Miller?
Well, Heath Miller is in the ring, and he's talking about coming to Impact and having his buddy Rhino, and he's not even contracted, they're saying. He's an intruder. So Raju comes in to mention that and saying that the last time he got a title shot, it didn't look too good. So he goes and punches him in the face and gets a good one-up. Looking good. Hopefully we do see Heath in Impact Wrestling. And bring the boys back together. Rhino and Heath. Woo. Your thoughts on that, Mikey?
Heath Miller has come to Heath Miller has come to Impact to reunite his old buddy Rhino, but like you said, Heath Miller has not been contracted.
He's not contracted.
I mean, but when will he'll be contracted? Yeah.
Your thoughts, Chris?
Heath Miller in Impact Wrestling, but yeah, he hasn't been contracted yet. But sooner or later he will. They'll be reunited with Rhino.
You, Andre?
Awesome.
Next up, we have the X Division title match on the line. Whoop. What did I press? There you go. Between the defending champion, Willie Mack, versus Chris Bay, who is going in all alone. And sadly to say, thanks to one slip-up of a failed attempt on the 6-star frog splash, Chris Bay manages to distract the referee for 1 second to ring the eyes of Willie Mack and jumping the rope to do his finishing move and become the new X Division champion. Damn. That's no lie, boys. Willie Mack dropped the title.
Bullshit.
I don't know. Looks like he did learn something from Johnny Swinger after all. Next up. Oh, wait. First, get your thoughts. Chris, get your thoughts on that.
Captain E. Willie Mack had to drop the title to Chris Bay. Chris Bay is the new X Division champion.
Your thoughts, Andre?
Pretty good.
How's it pretty good? The guy that sounds and looks like you, Willie Mack, lost, boy.
He'll be alright, man. I'm waiting for him to get SergDragon.
You, Mikey? You, Mikey?
Willie Mack had no business losing his X-Division title to Chris Bay. No business.
No business at all. Next up, we have Rhino and Heath reunion. And they're already talking about plans of being a tag team and stuff. But then here comes, let me see, Scott D'Amore saying that you're not even contracted here. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And Heath Slater respects that and leaves peacefully while Rhino is upset. He hits the luggage in frustration, knowing that he doesn't have his buddy with him. So, how you feel about that, boys? Oops. How you feel about that, Chris?
Well, Scott D'Amore is right. He's not even contracted to Impact. So it's going to have to be Rhino. Miller.
And you, Andre?
Good, I guess.
You, Mikey?
Say again?
How do you feel about Heath Slater being told he had to leave, and Rhino's upset that his buddy couldn't be there right there?
Somebody better sign Heath Miller to Impact. Like you said, he has not been contracted yet, but somebody please sign Heath Miller. The guy's got kids.
2 kids, 2 daughters.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, he wore the same free agent t-shirt that he wore on Raw onto Slammiversary. Did anybody else notice that?
I didn't know it.
I was paying attention to that. I was like, wait, free agent. Even Scott Amore noticed that. He's like, hottest free agent, but that's exactly what you are. Free agent. You're not contracted with us. I was like, he wore that same shirt on Raw. I'm paying attention to that. Next, we have the tag team title shot between Ken Shamrock, Sami Callihan, and the defending North, who hold the title for over a year, never seen before on Impact Wrestling. Or TNA, I guess. So, in this match, I guess these two were never meant to be as a tag team because of the fact that they dropped the ball and the North picked it up, winning the match and defending their championships. Sami Callihan and Ken Shamrock walked to the back in disappointment. And of course, right after that, the North are proud individuals, say that no one can take them. No one. They even told Ken Shamrock, get out of our ring. But then they go and say they are the best champions of all time on Impact. Somebody, 2 individuals came out and took offense to that, and that is the Motor City Machine Guns. And now we have confirmation they're back for real. It's not just a one-night stand, because they may issue a challenge next Tuesday against the North. How you feel about that, Chris?
Awesome. I would love the Motor City Machine Gun the North and take those tag team championships away for them.
If they do, how many times have they been the champion?
I need to look that up.
Think 6 time? If I heard correctly? We'll find out. How's your thoughts on that, Andre?
It was alright so far.
You, Mikey?
Oh my goodness. I would love to see Motor City Machine Gun versus the North for the Impact Tag Team title.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got a little history page here on the, yeah? Nope. They don't say how many times they won the title belts. Gia Miller. Okay, that's ominous. Is she related to Heath? The interviewer at the door of the Good Brothers, hoping to get a word from them. Instead, it's Rick Swan saying that maybe he'll jump into this mystery slot for the Impact World Championship. I'm like, why is he in their locker room then? Are they sharing the locker room? I guess. In which case, we go on to... Yep, okay. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! No! No! I'm being invaded again!
Hey, Ethan, I told you not to go in there.
He's having fun. He's a kid. Alright. Next is the long-awaited Knockouts championship match between Deonna Pirazzo. Thank you. Yeah. I'm looking for an L. I'm like, Deonna, where's the L?
Whatever the hell name
Versus Jordan Grace. And honestly, I was surprised. right off the bat, she goes for the armbar, but Jordynne Grace, after receiving it so many times, counters it. And at the end of the match, it took not one, but 2 arm bars. She had her arms in a vice grip where Jordynne Grace had no choice but to verbally, meaning she couldn't tap. She had to tell the referee, I give up. I can't take no more. Damn. Pirazzo is the new Madison Rain was right. She called it. Your new Knockouts champion is Pirazzo.
Oh, hell.
Go ahead, Mikey. Get your word in.
I cannot believe that Jordynne Grace tap out and gave the title to Deonna Pirazzo.
All I see is your chin.
Right now. The first knockout bear one Deonna Pirazzo and most importantly,
Your thoughts, Chris?
Now, Pirazzo is the new Knockouts champion. That means it might be Katie Ray versus Deonna Pirazzo.
It might possibly. It is. She's the number 1 contender, courtesy of the Gauntlet match. So, what do you think about that, Chris?
Yeah. I think it will be. It might be a first time ever.
Oh yeah.
Pirazzo versus Kay Ray. Mrs. Undefeated Katie Ray.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Our boy looking out for that. Our boy Chris is looking out for that. You, Andre?
pretty good.
Last but not least is the main event. The 4-way title shot for the vacated Impact World Championship. After all 3 competitors jump in, the 4th mystery person is none other than Rick Swan, who was walking on crutches earlier, but he's carrying those crutches and throwing them. He's in good health. And then right when the bell was about to ring, he see another competitor come in. We're all like, huh? Who's this? And it's the return of the madman, Eric Young. I think you would call him...
EY?
No, not EY, but I'm trying to think title-wise. I think he's the Grand Slam. How many titles has he won? He even won the Knockouts tag team titles, for Pete's sake.
I can't recall.
World Championship, Tag Team Championships, Knockouts Tag Team Championships, the X Division title, and at one point he had the television title and named it as the Global Championship belt, something like that.
You mean Legends title?
Legends title. There you go. Grand Slam. That man is said he is due for a world championship. And rightfully so, because he is named the 5th competitor. And Josh Matthews says it. This match was originally a 5-way elimination title shot. And it is again. So these guys, under elimination rules, would go in and Trey is focusing on a grudge against Ace Austin throughout the whole match that Eric Young power drives him to eliminate him first. After that, Rick Swan eliminates Eric Young and he is fed up. He goes from what we appear to be a babyface into a heel and just goes freaking sanity. Like he did in NXT. He goes sanity on freaking the psychopath, as he is being labeled, on Rick Swan and possibly re-injured that leg. He's crying. Rick Swan is crying because he knows that leg is injured again. And opportunist Ace Austin eliminates Rick Swan. So it's now down to Eddie Edwards and Rick Swan. These two had a...
Wait. Eddie Edwards and what?
Eddie Edwards and... Thank you. I just realized what I said, Rick Swan. Ace Austin. Yeah.
They knew that rivalry.
Yep. All because he tried to bang his wife.
Alicia Edwards.
Ain't having that again. And I can proudly say this. Oh my God, thank God. Ace Austin is not the Impact World Champion. Eddie Edwards, for, I believe, a second time, is your Impact World Champion. Woohoo! Your thoughts on that, Mikey?
I'm just glad that Ace Austin didn't walk away with the Impact World Heavyweight Champion. But I'm telling you right now, Alicia Edwards better be smiling because her hubby walked away with the Impact World Champion for the second time. And my golly, it's just a shame that even though she didn't get the job done, that Gauntlet match, the Knockouts Gauntlet match, I wish she and her husband Eddie would walk out with not one, but 2 belts, which reminds us of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. But like I said, Eddie Edwards did what he had to do, and that's get his hands on his rival that banged his wife, Alicia.
Oh, not tried to. He didn't bang her. He tried to.
Just to get his attention, just to get in his head and make his life a living hell.
I'm still laughing. I'm still laughing when she overheard him. I got that candlestick. Let me do it. Still laughing.
But Ace Austin got his ass whooped.
Your thoughts, Andre?
Oh, that was good.
You, Chris?
I'm happy with Eddie Edwards, the 2-time Impact champion. But after the match, Madman Fulton came out and attacked Eddie Edwards from behind. And guess who came out to save Eddie Edwards? The Good Brothers.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Madman Fulton was kicked out of the match.
Yeah, he was barred.
Yep. It was technically no rules, but the referee said, if you don't leave, I'm going to disqualify Ace Austin. He said, go, man. I don't want to be disqualified.
Yeah, that's why Madman Fulton is barred. Doesn't want any shenanigans. No shenanigans.
Yep, and it looks like the Good Brothers are going to be a babyface team because they came to save, like Chris said, Eddie Edwards from Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. So, with that said, we thought that was going to be the end of the show. But then we get an image of 3 lines in a wall, and we find out who that mystery person this whole time sitting on that couch receiving the news of Impact and Slammiversary. Honestly, I thought it was 3 guys. It was just one holding 3 drinks. EC3.
Ethan Carter III, Dixie Carter's nephew.
Yeah, it's funny I'm mentioning that because my little cousin who just came in through here, his name's Ethan.
But we're talking about the other Ethan, EC3, Dixie Carter's nephew.
Yep.
Hasn't seen for the first time in a long time.
Oh, yeah. And he didn't say nothing. He just threw a glass at the wall, and that's it. That's all we saw.
Last time he was here, it was the Feast and Fight contract where he was begging that Impact Wrestling needs a Carter. But instead, he got the he-ho, went to WWE, but now he is back where he belongs. Impact Wrestling.
At least we hope so. We'll have to wait and find out in the next edition of Impact Wrestling. So, anything else I missed, boys?
I think that should be it.
Anything I missed, Chris?
No.
You ready to end it?
Yep.
All right. How you feel about EC3 making his return, Andre?
Yeah, it's all right. We're waiting to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he grew a beard. You saw that?
Oh man, that.
All right, then. A shout out to our fellow brethren of the Heavens Monsters podcast, Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to their YouTube channels will be in the descriptions down below, as always. And a remaining shout out to Chris Petrie, T-Money, Renee, Farrell, and Delvin. And you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heavens Monsters podcast. I'm SergDragon. This is Andre. This is Mikey. And this is Chris Petrie. And me and Andre, we gotta get ready for work. Bye!
Have a good day. All right.